Cobra Kai Season 6 just dropped, and this video is me just kind of rambling about the finale. I will not really be editing anything all that much in this video. I'm just going to be giving my raw thoughts on the finale and where I'm going to be going from here. As a lot of you may know, this is a Cobra Kai based channel, so with the end of Cobra Kai, does that mean Tyler is ending? Oh no! Obviously not, but before any of that, let's talk about Season 6. I'll try to cover my thoughts as to the point as I can before I start rambling about the little things. So with the end of part 2, because of the death of Quan, the tournament pretty much gets cancelled and it's up to Terry Silver to get it back of all people. We see Daniel avoiding what happened and trying to go back to normal in contrast to Johnny, who is having a hard time accepting normal. Johnny at the end of the day is a sensei, and this is all he really has, and we see it even leads to him and Terry coming to kind of an agreement of some sort, as they both want the tournament back on. Johnny is going to respect Daniel's decision regardless, but at the end of the day, Johnny is a fighter, like I said, but so is Daniel. Johnny at the end of the day will respect Daniel's decision, but Johnny as well is a fighter, and so is Daniel. And so with that, they end up continuing the tournament with Robbie getting his spark back from Miguel while Sam tries to ignite Tori's once more. Which in both situations it works out with both of them preparing for their matches accordingly, and it gives us more rival bonding, which is great to see in these later seasons. The tournament as well ends up taking place in the All Valley, which I think is super nostalgic and a nice touch by the writers. This is in fact where everything started, so for it to come to an end like this is a nice full circle moment that I appreciate. The entire last bit of this season is just paying homage to not only the Cobra Kai seasons, but also the previous Karate Kid movies that established these seasons. Which is the main reason why I find this to be probably my favorite season yet. I mean, granted, I just finished watching it like 2 hours ago, so I might have recency bias. But all that corny campiness that the early seasons of Cobra Kai had is all sprinkled throughout this season, and I'm really happy to see that. Now, when the tournament begins, we'd see Tori getting her get back on Zara, along with Robbie and her finally reuniting, and Robbie saying I love you to her, which is a nice little touching moment, I won't lie. Oh, and I forgot to mention, before this fight, Robbie gets folded and ends up losing once again. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna have to make a video dedicated on Robbie's L's, but he'd come out short and get his knee messed up, but he'd accept that not only did he do his best, but it in fact was enough, which I won't lie, I am a little upset by, especially after the hype about not wanting to be in that position anymore in the earlier parts of Season 6. But I mean, it ended up working out for him anyway, as he and Tori got into sponsorship, so I guess it's okay. But I'm not too upset about what happens to Robbie because, as you guys may know, if Robbie loses, who's gonna fight Axel in the finals? Is Axel gonna win? No, buddy, it's Miguel time. It's Miguel season, buddy. Okay, before anything, let me explain really quickly. Firstly, Kreese pretty much left the karate life behind, or the evil parts of himself behind, with him using the tournament as a last hurrah. But after confronting not only his old sensei and Kim, but also Johnny, Kreese finally steps up and admits what he did that day in December 19th, which was the day he broke Johnny's trophy and nearly tried to kill him, and apologizes for what he did to Johnny. This was probably the one moment that really set Johnny's spiral, and you can see it all come out in this scene where I damn near teared up. I know you can say that about a lot of things, like, oh my god, wow, this scene made me emotional, I cried, High Top Films. But seriously, William and Martin's acting in this scene is just top notch. And so, Johnny pretty much gets Cobra Kai back, with Miguel now taking the captain role of Cobra Kai and facing up against Axel. And you guessed it, he solos, he's Miguel fucking Diaz. Of course he's gonna solo. But seriously, Miguel does finally get the win he deserves, with him using pretty much everything he learned in the previous seasons and applying everything he learned to win. And they even call back to Miguel's dream where he was winning an All Valley tournament when he was in a coma back in Season 3, which, I'm not gonna lie, is elite foreshadowing on the writers. Miguel and Tori get their W's. However, this only ends up with Cobra Kai tying with the Iron Dragons, and now there needs to be a tiebreaker, which is a 3-point tournament match between the two senseis. I found this idea to be genius, as at the end of the day, this is Johnny's show. Sure, Miguel, Robbie, even Daniel, and a lot of other characters get shine depending on the season, but at the end of the day, this was Johnny's show. The show started with Johnny Lawrence building Cobra Kai, and we see him not only conquer his fear of losing, but take on an opponent that's much stronger than him head on. And I'm not gonna lie, Sensei Wolf initially was a character I didn't really see have that much depth to him, but it's clear after his fight with Johnny that he's pretty much a reflection of what Johnny could have been had he won against Daniel. Sure, that one loss pretty much borderline ruined Johnny's life, but at the end of the day, Johnny figured everything out on his own terms and everything worked out for him. And with him applying the lessons he learned not only as a sensei, but also his time teaching with Daniel LaRusso, his sworn enemy, it's really satisfying to see him get the win and making Cobra Kai worldwide. Daniel calling back to the first movie with Johnny's line really cemented the finale for me. With the tournament coming to a close, the kids have moved on to bigger and better things, with apparently this bum-ass LaRusso coming back in 3 years to train some random kid with Jackie Chan. Yeah, I guess we'll talk more about that once we get some actual info on that movie, but anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, Kreese and Terry fight on a boat and the boat explodes. This season was just awesome. I have a lot to talk about in dedicated videos, so I'll get to work on those very soon. This video was just a way for me to kind of shitpost and say, yes, I'm alive, and we'll be talking about this series still, despite it ending. With the show's ending, there's a lot of groundwork to be done with analysis and power scaling, so I'll finish up everything I pretty much want to related to Cobra Kai, while also attempting to generate some new content on shows that I've been watching. If you guys didn't know, I cover anime, comics, and game related stuff on my other channel, Ty Learned, so go peep that. But if you want to stick around mainly here for the IRL show analysis, I don't want to just leave this channel behind. I've built so much with it, and this was the channel I started YouTube with, and so I feel like it'd be kind of a waste for me to just leave this channel behind and forget all about it. I'll probably be using this month and next month to be prepping videos so you guys aren't left to starve, so please be patient with me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry for the lack of editing as the season just dropped, and all the clips are like in 360 poopy pee. Anywho, love you guys, and I'll see you guys later.